can stay paused for as long as I can. This is my video. I can stay paused for like almost a year. I can stay paused for like 30, maybe 20, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 30, I don't know if you guys saw this coming, but today I'm going to review what has got to be the worst film I've ever seen in my life. This is number one. This was number one on my worst films list. So, figure why not just go and review it anyways. Get this over with. Review this abomination. Alien Beast. This came out in 1991. Directed by Carl J. Schnick. Or like Carl J. That's what I'm gonna call the video. Carl J. That's what he deserved to be called for making such an abomination like this. This guy also did another movie called Mutant Massacre 2, which I'm not watching. I don't plan on watching. I want to get this out of my head, that way I can just... This movie was for free on YouTube, and you've seen my reaction review for it yesterday, so I'm going to do my full review on this film. My full rage rant on this! Now, you've seen my review for this atrocious film, which is actually a better film than this, Cottontail, which I thought was one of the worst films I've ever seen. It's still atrocious. I still hated this movie. I watched this yesterday for the first time. I mean, I'm not getting rid of this film because it's Braindance release, and I do like cheesy horror movies, but this is just, it was just bad, okay? It has funny moments, though. It's the most hilariously bad film I think I might have ever seen. Even though I didn't really laugh a lot. Oh my gosh. This is a better made film, better edited film, better... This film literally has the worst music, like the worst score, acting, editing, like, there's scenes where it's not edited, when it's edited, it's the most poorly made film, it has the worst cinematography, it's the most poorly executed film, it's so boring too. There are scenes in this film that are so boring. That film has good acting. That film has better acting. The acting is atrocious and pathetic in Cottontail. It's a low-budget horror movie. This is a shot-on-video horror movie from 1991. And this got a DVD release in the U.S. I cannot believe it. I can't believe it's got a DVD release with the other film, too. I was mentioning Mutant Massacre 2, which I'm not watching. I don't plan on watching. I just want to get this movie over with. So, I'm just going to read the plot. Barely any of this happens in the movie, really. Special CIA unit must deal with humans that mutated into beasts after being exposed to alien radiation and evil terrorists to attack the CIA base. Barely any of that happens. And, like I said, this film is so boring. There are times where I was pausing the film and go and grab my Chromebook and watch some of my favorite YouTubers. You know, comment on some people's like watching YouTube videos. That's how boring this movie was. This is my phone, so I'm using it on my uncle's phone. 6 minutes in, so I haven't talked about the movie yet, and I'm already forgetting. I have it pulled up here. It was on YouTube. You've seen my reaction for the film, my short little review for it, but I didn't talk about all the film. So this has the worst. It's the worst written film I've ever seen. Okay, and I'm just gonna get started. Okay, so the credits in the beginning. During the credits, we pretty much see this ugly image right there. We see that image in the beginning, okay? And it's shown several times in the film. And the credits are so poorly done, cheaply made too. And in the beginning, we're in front of this house, okay? Again, the quality looked really bad, so of course this came out in 91. I'm sweating too, so I gotta get this over with. There's these two people. I think they're on top of each other. Also, none of the scenes made any sense. Like, it is so poorly edited. There are scenes in the film where it will show a old man just staring like this with glasses, and I'm pretty sure it might be the director. I could be wrong. If it is, then screw you as a director. You suck. You fail on every level. I feel like this guy was on the highest drugs in the world making this film. He's never watched a movie before. He's never watched any alien horror movies. He's never watched any of those films. I mean, any alien horror movies. He's never watched a movie before. That's what I feel like he did. He's never watched a movie. This film is worse than Hip Hop Logos. It's number one, like I said. Even though I would say no, Hip Hop Logos is always going to have a rotten place in my heart for being number one. But I've not seen Feeders or Feeders 2. I don't plan on them. But I like Sean video horror movies. But when they try too hard, when these there are a few low budget. There are Sean video films I do enjoy, like classic ones. But these films, for example, I don't even know what I'm talking about. I know I haven't talked about the film that much, but the film's so bad. This film sucks on every level. Now, this actually has. Hold on, what's the rating for it? This has a 3.2. Deserves lower though. There's 0. This has a 3.2. It deserves lower. That deserves lower, in my opinion. There are lower movies. Stark Exorcist, as bad as that movie is, it's a better made film than this is. Like I said, Shark Exorcist has a 1.3. It kind of deserves it. This deserves lower than Shark Exorcist does. This film has a 3.2. Besides having a 3.2, let me see the reviews for it. I'm going to read them. So, this besides that, it's got a couple reviews, good reviews. The first thing I noticed about Alien Beast was like, oh, it's clearly a low-budget film. It's like, oh no, another crap movie. The more I watch, the more I love it. The director and star, Carl Sinenek, or like Carl Shish. I said sheesh, okay? Shish. Carl Shish. I'm not gonna cuss on my videos. I'm not gonna cuss. So yeah. This can focus. So bright. I know. There's nothing I can do about it. Look up the film and you'll find these reviews. It does have a few 1 stars, and I'm not going to review them though. Read them though, because I mean, there's not a whole lot to talk about this film, anyways. This film is pathetic as like, you know, it makes like Shark Exorcist feel like The Shawshank Redemption compared to this film. Shark Exorcist is the worst film I've ever seen though, but it's better. It's a better made film than this is. I can tolerate that film more than this is. It is so boring in some scenes. Like I'm gonna name a few scenes that I can just get this film over with. Like, there's a scene where this guy's sitting on like a sofa, I believe, or a couch. There's a table, and there's this guy they're talking and all that, yada yada yada. And I kind of mentions that scene in my review. And yada yada, yeah, I don't. Also, when you see the it's like I said, there's some scenes. It's so poorly edited that it will cut to a person or something. It will cut to something. It will show it like 1,000 times in this film. That's how poorly edited the film is. Like, there are scenes where they're in the backyard and there are always people fighting and all that, and this woman gets killed, and the blood is practical. I mean, it's so poorly made still. We see the I can't remember what it's called, but like I said, I mean, she's kind of alive in the scene. She's all covered in blood. Blood's coming out of her mouth. It's not CGI blood, but it is real blood. I mean, it's like fake blood that they used. If there was gore in this film, the gore would look insanely bad, ugly. That's how low budget this film is. That's all I can remember. Alien Beast. Don't even bother giving this. I don't even bother giving this film a rating. I already said I don't recommend it. If you watch it, then if you want to watch something like this, then go ahead. But it's so poorly edited. I mean, like, there's not a whole lot. I'm sorry if I didn't talk about a whole lot of my review. That's how bad this movie is. This film is awful as like films like Razor Teeth, which Razor Teeth is a better made film than this is. I could go on and on how bad this movie is. That's it for this video, guys. So I hope you guys liked it. This is my Ranger rant on this film. I don't even bother giving this film a rating. This is gonna be my bedroom. So it's got Christmas stuff in here right now. So my stepdad's gonna put them in the attic. But that's it. That's it for this review. There's not a whole lot to talk about because of how boring, pathetic. It's the worst film I've ever seen in my entire life. It's the number one worst film I've ever seen in my life. I am done. I can go on and on. I'll make a part 2 on how bad this movie is. I'm done, guys. Peace out. Love you guys. Bye.